As an evidence-based men's vitality specialist, I see men misinterpret the dynamic of attraction with younger women almost daily, relying on manipulative advice instead of understanding the biological reality of how desire actually functions. Most men assume that creating attraction requires complex psychological maneuvering, when in fact, the most profound driver of interest is a man's grounded physiological presence. I am going to break down 5 behavioral shifts that are often marketed as games, but are actually deep signals of biological stability that women subconsciously respond to. And you need to pay attention to the 4th one, because that is the one most men, and frankly, most dating coaches, consistently get backwards. If you are a man over 40, looking to understand what actually drives your natural edge and physical firmness, it is rarely just about learning new psychological tricks. It is often about addressing the silent, underlying physiological baseline. After reviewing the literature on hormonal support and circulation in men over 40, I found a documented combination of 3 specific ingredients that I now include in my protocols. I recorded a private video detailing exactly how this morning formula can restore natural drive without a prescription. You will find the link to that private video in the pinned comment below. The biggest mistake men make when trying to attract a younger partner is attempting to artificially manufacture a sense of mystery or dominance. They believe they need to play games to hold her attention. But human biology does not respond to a facade for very long. What women are actually testing for, often subconsciously, is your level of nervous system regulation and hormonal grounding. When a man tries to play a mind game from a place of biological anxiety or compromised testosterone, it comes across as try hard and insecure. True attraction requires your physiology to be optimized to handle tension naturally. A grounded man does not need to play games. His biological baseline speaks for him. And that is exactly what I want to walk you through now. The first shift is often called the pull away, but clinically, it is about demonstrating autonomic regulation. Many men are told to randomly ignore a woman to make her chase them. Biologically, what actually works is having a nervous system so regulated that you are not constantly seeking validation. When you naturally step back into your own life and purpose, you signal high baseline testosterone and low cortisol. She senses that your energy is not dependent on her immediate reaction. You are not playing a game, you are demonstrating biological independence. The second shift involves the concept of unpredictability, which is frequently misunderstood. It is not about being chaotic or unreliable. It is about having the physical and mental energy to break routines and initiate novel experiences. This requires healthy mitochondrial function and sustained energy levels. A man whose system is sluggish cannot maintain this dynamic. When you have the vitality to lead spontaneously, you trigger dopamine responses in her brain, creating a powerful association between your presence and excitement. The third shift is often framed as holding frame, but it is deeply tied to vascular health and physical presence. When a younger woman tests your boundaries or introduces friction, she is gauging your reaction. If your vascular system is optimized and your free testosterone is healthy, you can hold eye contact and remain physically relaxed under pressure. If your system is compromised, you might fidget, break eye contact, or react defensively. The game is simply having the biological grounding to remain steady. I want to pause here because demonstrating this kind of grounded presence requires your vascular system and your hormones to respond instantly. I cannot responsibly cover a complete evidence-based protocol for natural vasodilation and hormonal support in a public video like this, because the platform algorithms often restrict deep clinical discussions. That is exactly why I recorded a private masterclass connecting these behavioral shifts to that specific 3-ingredient morning formula based on evidence. In that presentation, you will understand exactly how to optimize your physical readiness and hormonal balance. You can access it through the link in the pinned comment right after we finish the last 2 points. The fourth shift, the one most often misinterpreted, is the emotional spike. Men are taught to intentionally cause drama to keep a woman hooked. This is a toxic misinterpretation. What she actually craves is a man whose emotional baseline is so stable that he can handle her emotional spikes without being rattled. This requires a nervous system that is not chronically flooded with stress hormones. When she experiences an emotional high or low and you remain a steady anchor, you become deeply attractive on a biological level. The fifth and final shift is the transition from pursuit to invitation. Instead of actively chasing, which often signals low value and high anxiety, you create an environment she wants to enter. This means having the physical energy, the biological drive, and the quiet confidence to simply invite her into your world. A man with optimized physiological health does not chase. He attracts through sheer presence. Now, you have the clinical picture most men never get. That changes what you do next. Tell me in the comments. Have you ever tried one of these games only to realize it made you look insecure instead of confident? You have to remember that male biology responds to correct protocols, not to myths, hesitation, or staying silent about your health. If you are ready to address the underlying mechanics of your energy and physical readiness, the private video contains the complete protocol I did not have space to cover here, including the exact science behind the 3-ingredient morning formula. Due to the clinical density of the information shared and the growing demand for this unlisted masterclass, I cannot guarantee how long I will keep it available to the general public. Go to the pinned comment now, watch the presentation, and start taking your biological confidence seriously.